Alright YouTube, so amazing news is dropped and I'm wearing my Umbreon hat because sorta ties in today's vlog. So this amazing news is that Nintendo is looking to make other movies outside of just the upcoming Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Bros. 2, which both of which projects I'm super excited for. I made a vlog talking about my opinions and theories on the Legend of Zelda movie, and I did touch base a little bit on the Mario Bros. Sequel, so it's good to know that that's moving forward. But you guys already know what I'm most excited for and most hoping for, another Pokemon movie, which is why I'm wearing this hat in this vlog. So, you know, definitely hoping for a cinematic universe of Nintendo, because Game Thrill, who's also otherwise known as Screen Thrill, who I'll link in the description below, great guy and content creator. So some potential movies include a Donkey Kong, Kirby, and Metroid were mentioned, on top of course, Super Mario Bros. And Legend of Zelda. Unfortunately, no mention of Pokemon, but never lose hope, and I'm sure they'll bring back Pokemon movies because everybody wants another Pokemon live action movie. And if they don't, they're wrong. Just kidding, but for real, make another Pokemon movie, please, Nintendo. So I absolutely love Kirby. I think Kirby has a great potential because, you know, Kirby kind of, as there's been the Kirby animated series, who I think Meta Knight would be a hilarious character to see on screen because he has such a charming accent and such a charming aura to him, so he would definitely be fun to see on the big screen. And I do think they could use animation, but with the Kirby characters, I feel like they don't need to use, like, you know, top level CGI because, you know, they're just sort of general cartoony characters with pretty basic looks to them. Like Kirby's just like a pink ball of cuteness, whereas Meta Knight's a ball of cuteness but with armor. So of course there could be a Donkey Kong spinoff, which I imagine would probably be the next one, seeing as we're getting a Super Mario Bros. Sequel, and Donkey Kong was in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which I did like. Of course, I know Donkey Kong sort of, although he is in Mario, he sort of has his own universe and sort of does his own thing in the games. So, you know, for my Kirby sort of movie pitch, I think I need to catch up on the Kirby games and whatnot, but I do know the Kirby animated series was definitely very fun, so I'm blanking on specific plot lines and plot details, but I do hope they definitely stay faithful to the source material and find some good Kirby lore to make a movie with. And who would I cast as these characters? Quite frankly, I have no clue. Just like, you know, either unknown or big known, no in between. I'm just kidding, of course it can be in between. So I think honestly Metroid could be such a cool series to make a live action movie from, because it's one of the more mature Nintendo series, and, like, you know, some of the games I think are even rated M for mature, which I don't really play M for mature games because I'm a nerd, like, because I'm much more of a lighthearted gamer. With that being said, I think a PG-13 to even an R-rated movie could be super cool for Nintendo and definitely kind of outside the norm and a bit unconventional in a good way. And on Google Images, two actresses I saw frequently for Samus Fancast were Brie Larson and Margot Robbie, who I mainly know from Marvel and DC because, like I said, I'm a little bit of a nerd and I do like both of them, but my top pick would be this image from Reddit I found of 5 other picks, and my top pick would be Katie Cassidy from the Arrow series because I really liked her character in there. The other actresses look cool too, and I think they would all be great, but I think, you know, Samus's character kind of could tie in well with the Black Canary arc that Katie had in Arrow. You know, seeing as there's so many potential movie ideas and so many movie pitches, I couldn't fit them all in this one vlog, but, you know, just to reiterate, I'm super excited and I hope they move forward with this. And another character that I think could be cool doing, so it wasn't mentioned in the post, but another series I think that would be super cool for a live action movie would be Star Fox, which is probably my second favorite Nintendo series behind Pokemon, of course. And I don't have any particular fan cast for the characters, but I do hope they use the same sort of animation style they use for Sonic with this, because seeing a hyper-realistic fox would probably look like the very first Sonic, which was ripped to shreds. Not that I necessarily hated it, but it's just like, you know, try to make them look great. And of course, I'm also a big Star Wars fan, so, you know, another sci-fi universe is definitely cool with me. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more soon. Goodbye.